What is going on, everybody? Weedletwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Sarah. I personally battle off my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and trade, Discord chat room, and a place to hang out and talk about Pokemon and meet new people, definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description. Now, today we are having an overuse battle, as Sarah's packing a pretty threatening looking sticky web based team, as I'm using a pretty fun mixture team featuring, Togekiss, Bastiodon, Kecleon, and Victini, Starmie, and Magnezone. And on the Magnezone, some of you guys may be familiar with this moveset as I've used it, a couple months ago. So if you are a long-time fan of my channel, you've probably seen it. But if you guys have not seen this moveset, you are in for a treat for sure. So turn one, I'm going to lead off with my Togekiss, as my opponent is going to lead up with the Smeargle. I led off with the Togekiss because I'd be damned if I gave him that Smeargle free sticky web. So in turn one, I'm going to go straight for the outplay and go for the air slash, so my opponent realizes that she's going to get outplayed unless she switches out, so she brings in Xurkitree. Pretty good Togekiss check. I am max special attack with timid, so I should be able to do a decent chunk to it, which, I do an alright chunk to Xurkitree, and my opponent probably thinks I'm going to switch out, but nope, I'm going to go for air slash once again, because I'm trying to go for the skill here, the outplay, as my opponent does get outplayed this turn, not much you can do about it when you're just as good of a player as I am. Now I'm going to go for the air slash once again, as Xurkitree is just going to hang on, and unfortunately she does get outplayed. And yeah, I'm going to go for the air slash, and we just are able to skillfully deal with the Xurkitree. It's a little bit unfortunate, my opponent couldn't do much about my skill, but that's what happens when you face a god player like me. And I got this off Felicify's channel because Felicify is the Pokemon connoisseur, and Scarf Togekiss isn't actually a set, but Scarf Togekiss is just like brainless, so I can see why he came up with this moveset. So I'm gonna bring in the Bastiodon, as my opponent's gonna go for the Sword Stance with the Bisharp. Shiny Bisharp looks so sick, by the way. Bisharp is one of those Pokemon that its regular form and its shiny form look absolutely badass, so like you can run either and be satisfied. But yeah, knockoff's unable to knock me out. I do carry Sturdy, so it wouldn't have knocked me out regardless. And we're able to retaliate with a Metal Burst. I thought that was so damn obvious, but to be honest with you, I could have just Metal Burst until our freaking cows got home, so, not too much my opponent could have done about that, besides switching out. But now my opponent's going to bring in the Smeargle, and I'm not going to let him get a Spore on me, so I'm going to go for the Magicoat, as my opponent actually goes for Sticky Web, so I'm able to bounce back the Sticky Web, which is kind of like a fuck you to my opponent, because now his team has Sticky Web on it, and as far as I can see, he does not have a Hazard Remover. But now my opponent's going to go for his own Magicoat, so we both have the magic here. Friendship is magic. He's going to bounce my Toxic back. I was trying to Toxic just to break this thing's Focus Sash, but I don't see that happening, as now I'm going to Magicoat and expecting Spore again. I'm honestly just going to Magicoat until I die, because there's no reason not to. I'm not giving the Smeargle free entry hazards. I'm not going to let him have the hazard. So, yeah, he can, stay in here, and we can just sit in here and Magicoat each other all day, but I'm staying in. My opponent is going to make the right play, bringing in the Celesteela, because she sees the opportunity to get the Beast Boost, as I just go for Magicoat again, and I'm going to go for Magicoat again, because in case my opponent does carry Leech Seed, you never know, and that she has a reason to Leech Seed a Bastiodon, but I just go for Magicoat because I literally have nothing else to do. So my opponent is going to reveal Autotomize, which is a pretty cool move on Celesteela, but offensive Celesteela is actually a pretty big threat if used in the right hand, because Beast Boost and just being a freaking flying Steel type is just an amazing defensive typing. And you get the free special attack boosts while being tanky without much investment. It's pretty damn good when used in the right hand. So Giga Drain's going to knock out my Bastiodon. It's unable to do it all, but it killed the freaking Bisharp, and then it pretty much cockblocked the Smeargle. So I'm satisfied with Bastiodon's performance. It did a lot better in an overused game than it does in most of its NU games, so I'm satisfied. So in comes Victini. I'm hoping, I can just tank one attack and retaliate with the Blue Flare, but my opponent reveals to have the Z move. Not too surprising. I shouldn't have been too shocked, but I honestly thought the Mimikyu was the Z move user and not Celesteela, but I guess I'm wrong. So my opponent is going to go for the Supersonic Sky Strike, and my Victini is going to get destroyed. I don't think I could take that a +1 special attack, so Victini is going to get knocked out, as now the Celesteela is looking like it can just literally 6-0 sweep my team, because all you have left is things that are just going to die to Celesteela. So gonna bring in Togekiss here, as I know I could take a +2 air slash unless my opponent carries Splash again, but we saw Giga Drain, so I highly doubt it. My opponent's gonna go for air slash, flinch me, give me a taste of my own medicine. I love it. So air slash in this game has a 100% chance, 100% flinch chance. apparently, so that's great. Down goes my Togekiss, but I honestly deserve it for using Togekiss, so I'm not even complaining about that flinch. But now, gonna bring in my Technopoop. This game's looking pretty bleak. My opponent could just knock me out with Fire Blast and outspeed because of the Autotomize, but unfortunately for my opponent, I mean he misses the Fire Blast, but I'm going to explain why the Fire Blast miss does not matter. So this Magnezone set, this Magnezone actually carries Sturdy. Now, what Z Psych-Up does, which is my Z move by the way, it heals you back to full HP, and now that obviously synergizes pretty well with Sturdy, and you can also copy the opponent's stat boost. So you know all those Beast Boost and that Autotomize Speed Boost my opponent got? Yeah, they're mine now. And pretty much it's over. Like, it's over. Like, I don't think my opponent has much that she can do to me. In comes the Mimikyu, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, she can't use the Ghost Z move, so I'm not too threatened by the Mimikyu, but it's still Mimikyu, so I can't, like, underestimate it. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt here, as I'm pretty sure plus, or Life Orb Shadow Claw plus Life Orb will be enough to beat me, but my opponent's just gonna go straight for Shadow Claw, as Magnezone just eats it up. Mimikyu is not the best, and it does not have the best offensive stats without Sword Stands or a Life Orb to back it up, or a Z move, so like it's not very threatening, and we're able to just muscle through its disguise, and Mimikyu's going to get knocked out. I love when Mimikyu doesn't do anything. It's a great feeling. It's definitely a great feeling. It's now in comes Medicham. Obviously I'm Mega Medicham, as I know Medicham does not carry Mach Punch, although in my XD Next Generation ROM hack that I'm playing through on my channel that none of you guys are watching because it's a boring series, and I agree, but I'm still doing it anyway. The Medicham that I'm using, or Meditite, actually carries Mach Punch, so can you guys imagine the kind of like strength Mega Medicham would have if it carried Mach Punch? Like the freaking Fake Out BP set would definitely be Fake Out plus Mach Punch, and that'd be really annoying to deal with considering we have like huge power or pure power and 100 base attack, and pretty damn scary actually. And now my opponent's going to sack off the Smeargle because she wants to kill me with the priority moves, but I don't think Mega Medicham has the juice to deal with this Magnezone. And my opponent was definitely thrown to a false sense of security with the Celesteela, which is why I sack off so many of my team members. Well, I wasn't trying to sack off Victini, I was just trying to bring it in to freaking go for Blue Flare, but I got Supersonic Sky Strike. So my opponent was definitely caught off guard, as I would be too. I mean, I'm not expecting anyone to use this Magnezone set period, because people usually think it's just going to trap you, and then be Choice Scarf or Choice Specs, or Assault Vest on occasion, but no, this set honestly shows that Magnezone can be run in a variety of ways, and I actually want to use an Analytics Z move Magnezone, as that looks really cool to use as well. But we're able to beat my opponent with the Magnezone, and my opponent kind of got reverse swept there. Not much you could have done about that. That's what happens when you battle me. I always have something up my sleeve, and you guys need to understand that when you battle me. But I hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle, as it was pretty fast-paced. But, I mean, if you saw my opponent's name, you should understand why. Even though there's the Celesteela on there, I mean, Celesteela and a fast-paced don't really go together, but since it's offensive, I guess it works. If you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle and want to support my YouTube channel, please be sure to Continental crush that like button, as it means the world to me, and your guys' support has been outstanding lately. The likes and the comments, it keeps me inspired to make daily uploads, and it is much appreciated, and I just love you guys so much. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, what is the first Pokemon game you've ever played that got you into the Pokemon series in general? Let me know in the comments down below, as I'm very interested in which games that you guys played initially that got you into Pokemon. Now, my first Pokemon game that I played was Pokemon Stadium, and I was like 8 years old, and all I did in Pokemon Stadium was play the minigames. But I played some of the battling, and that got me inspired to buy Pokemon Sapphire, or I didn't buy it, obviously. I got my mom to buy it for me, and then I was addicted to Pokemon Sapphire. I would look forward to it like every day after school to play it, and I loved it. I had like a level like 80 plays game because I couldn't get past the surf area after the 5th gym leader. It was amazing, good times. And then I went back and played Fire Red, Leaf Green, Gold and Silver, and here we are now. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your first Pokemon game was that you've ever played. And yeah, I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.